Hi there, welcome to the latest episode of my 10-minute moan. And the topic of this 10-minute moan is yet again my old friend HUMZA, useless. Now, HUMZA's taken to another podcast and his tirades never really change much, do they? You know, the West is full of far-right people and it's, they're all Islamophobic, they're all racist, they're all making the world terrible for Muslims, right? His usual rhetoric. But in this one, I think he's actually made a bit of a threat. And I've watched it, and it's his words, no mine. And he tells us about the consequences that will come, right? And that's pretty scary language. So I'll let you watch the whole video, the whole clip of the video, where he's talking about the far right in Europe. He blames France, Germany, Farage. And by the way, having wine and sausage parties is racist, according to this crackpot, right? So I'm just going to play the video and I'm going to let you make your own mind up, but pay particular attention to his very, very last comment, because that's the one that I believe could be treated and taken as some sort of threat. Watch this.
Instead of confronting the far right, and which is driven by anti-Muslim hatred, so many politicians across Europe have tried to appease them and try to adopt that language now very firmly into the mainstream. Let's just take some examples in Europe. The National Front in France, their candidate for Prime Minister at the last election, Jordan Bardella, was associated with a movement that held wine and sausage parties in Muslim neighbourhoods. Mm-hmm. The AfD in Germany quite literally had a chapter in the manifesto that was titled Islam Doesn't Belong to Germany. Geert Wilders, leading in the Freedom Party in the Netherlands, again, quite literally compared the Quran, Muslims' holy textbook, to Mein Kampf. And just in the UK general election, Nigel Farage, now an elected member, started his campaign by saying Muslims in Britain don't share British values, a dog whistle of the highest order. And what European politicians are not grasping is if you try to appease and mainstream that, the signal you are sending to the rest of society is that Muslims don't belong here, they're a fifth column here, they don't share our values, and therefore they're fair game for when it comes to abuse, harassment, discrimination, and different treatment. And that is a failure that should shame all of us and will have deep, deep consequences.
Oh, deep, deep consequences, will it, HUMZA? For who? And by who? Now, I'm no specialist in law, but that kind of sounds like a threat to me. Telling you, this is going to have deep, deep consequences. What do you mean? Deep consequences for me? Deep consequences for the rest of the UK? Or is it the whole of Europe that we're going to have deep, deep consequences for? I don't like your party. Your party's rotten, right? You're an absolute crank of a man, and all you're doing is driving this rhetoric. I don't know what you fancy. Do you fancy yourself as the next Muslim Joe Rogan? Is that where this has gone, right? Where all you'll talk about, you've getting an audience for it, to be fair to you. And you'll probably monetize it as soon as you're out of Hollywood, right? If not before. And you're a dangerous man. You are a dangerous man who, your words, could cause civil unrest. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not already done so, please hit the subscribe and the notification bells. Comments below, please. Always like them. But most important thing, as always, unless you're HUMZA useless or somebody as mental as him, not you, but
everyone else. Have a great day. Cheerio, bye now.